My sister almost lost her life to a deranged HOA president who thought she could play God with our family's future. I'm Alex. And this is the harrowing tale of how a neighbor schemed to hire a phony cop to wipe out my sister Emma at their secluded cabin, unaware that my brother-in-law Ryan harbored a secret that would unravel her twisted plot. Imagine the thrill Emma and Ryan felt after scraping together every dime for years, surviving on cheap takeout and ditching dream trips, just to snag their perfect getaway in Willow Creek Estates. Emma, a sharp financial analyst who sniffed out corporate scams for a living, and Ryan, who everyone knew as a straightforward builder, finally closed on this stunning cabin, huge windows framing endless woods, a cozy porch wrapping around like a hug, and a stone fireplace straight out of a magazine. It came cheap from an estate sale after the old owner kicked the bucket, and when Emma called me sobbing with joy, "Alex, we made a tour forever sanctuary," I had no clue the hell awaiting them would make us question if some people are born evil or forged by greed. Right from day one, as boxes piled up, this woman materialized at their door like a venomous specter. Victoria Langford, HOA queen, all saccharine grins and "welcome to paradise, dears." But her eyes? They drilled holes, scanning the place like a thief casing a mark. She grilled them on the basement layout, foundation quirks, any digging plan stuff no sane neighbor asks newcomers. Then the mask slipped. "Darling, that mailbox is 2 inches off code," she cooed, measuring their lawn with a ruler. "Grass must be precisely 2.5 inches, not a blade more. And that shade of blue? Unapproved." I stood there dumbfounded as she whipped out a binder thicker than a dictionary, rattling off violations: wrong doormat, curtains too sheer, lights not regulation. Ryan stayed cool, but his fists clenched when she slapped them with a $500 fine for the mailbox, sneering, "It's a lesson. Fix it forms in a week." Emma rang me that night, voice cracking. "Alex, what if we can't fight this? She's turning our dream into a nightmare." I brushed it off as one nut job in every hood, but damn, was I blind. This wasn't petty control. Victoria had a sinister agenda, and Emma and Ryan were smack in her crosshairs. The torment ramped up like a thriller flick gone real. Victoria cruised by their place obsessively, idling across the street for hours, snapping pics through windows. She'd bump into Emma at the market, tailing her cart, whispering taunts like, "Those fines adding up? Hope you can afford the basics." Ryan's paranoia kicked in. He'd always scoped exits and diners, back to walls, and now he dissected her moves. This ain't normal HOA crap. She's got method, like recon. I crashed at their place to wire up security cams, and one sleepless night, peeking from the shadows, I spotted Victoria in her yard with a metal detector, not hunting trinkets, but tracing a deliberate grid toward their foundation, consulting a crumpled map. My phone captured it all, showing Ryan, his face hardened into something fierce, almost soldier-like. "She's hunting treasure, and she'll burn us out to claim it," he muttered, eyes calculating threats I couldn't fathom. Fine snowballed $200 for blaring tunes when their speakers were boxed, $300 for an aggressive pet they didn't own, $400 for fence scratches that predated them. Victoria weaponized the neighborhood, peddling lies. Ryan's a volatile ex-soldier, PTSD raging, could snap anytime. Folks who'd waved hello now herded kids indoors at Ryan's site, crossing streets like he was a ticking bomb. It was vile, exploiting fears of vets to isolate them, and it worked. Emma felt like a pariah in her own home. Ryan studied Victoria's patrols like battlefield intel. "She's too precise for a bully. This screams training." He nixed cops, insisting on low-key handling to shield Emma, frustrating me. No, and turns out, he was guarding her from his own shadows. Then Emma unearthed the bombshell in the attic, a concealed nook with papers from Victoria's late husband. A scribbled note trembled in her grip. Emergency stash for Victoria, $2 million cash under the cabin floor. Map enclosed. If I'm gone, her lifeline. Puzzle pieces slammed together. Victoria's basement obsessions, the harassment blitz. It was all to unearth that fortune. But she didn't want them selling. She craved them erased. No witnesses to her excavation. Ryan blanched at the docks, hands shaking. "Time to come clean," he said gravely. That evening, he confessed, "I wasn't always a builder. 8 years in Delta Force Black Ops, missions I still can't spill. Emma's jaw dropped, hurt flashing. You hid this? From me? He gripped her hands. I craved normalcy, no ghosts haunting us. But spotting patterns in the note coded like ops log, she warned. This reeks of crime syndicates. Her hubby was deep in it. And Victoria's moves? Professional predator. Victoria's desperation boiled over. She'd groomed her role as HOA tyrant for years, weaving webs to snag that cash undetected. Now exposed, she preyed on Marcus, a heartbroken dad whose 8-year-old Sophia battled leukemia, bills drowning him. Those thieves stole my inheritance, she lied, flashing forged papers. Cops won't touch their corrupt pals, help me, and $50,000 saves your girl. Her scheme? Marcus poses as a cop for a bogus domestic check while Ryan's at work, stages a vet meltdown murder-suicide. With her smears painting Ryan unstable, it'd stick, then she'd find the money as heir. Diabolical, and it nearly worked, igniting debates on how far desperation justifies evil. Was Marcus a monster or a manipulated pawn? Ryan's instincts screamed ambush as Victoria went radio silent. He randomized commutes, fortified the cabin, taught Emma evasion tactics, bonding them tighter amid terror. Marcus, coached relentlessly, rolled up in a lifelike cruiser uniform gleaming. Wellness check. My neighbor reported abuse. He barked at Emma, alone while I tinkered upstairs unseen. She probed credentials. He fumbled, then drew steel. Call your husband now, or else. Heart pounding, I dialed 911. Fake cop holding my sister at gunpoint. Then Ryan. Get home, armed imposter. Ryan didn't panic drive. Delta mode engaged, looped in ex-comrades and feds, plotted stealth entry via woods he knew like veins. Slipping in ghost quiet, he materialized behind Marcus, weapon down. Marcus whirled, gun swinging. Ryan disarmed him in a blur, zip-tying the sobbing wreck. She paid Mimi, kids dying. Victoria burst in, expecting carnage, but froze at Ryan's command presence. Delta Force vet A, you crushed worse than you. Marcus spilled, Victoria's exploitation of his agony for her greed. Cops swarmed, unmasking her as a fugitive who offed her prior hubby for insurance. The $2 million? Laundered mob cash her late spouse hid before ratting on syndicates for witness protection. Basement sleuthing revealed more. Concealed vault with IDs, ledgers proving he laundered millions, testifying against cartels now hunting heirs. Victoria targeted them not just for loot but to steal Ryan's identity, his military shield against Avengers. Chilling, she'd planned to murder and impersonate, debating if such cunning evil deserves life behind bars or worse. Her trial exploded media life without parole for conspiracy, fraud, murders. Marcus got 15 years, parole possible in 8 for snitching. Sophia's care funded by seized assets, sparking ethics firestorms. Mercy for the desperate criminal? Neighborhood thawed, apologies flowing as Victoria's manipulations surface-edged, pitted all against each other. Reforms hit, transparent HOAs, anti-abuse laws proposed nationwide. Ryan launched vet transition programs, embracing his past. Emma soared in forensics. I built a security firm spotting predators early. But Victoria's prison screed warned. You've poked a hornet's nest, those syndicates know you now. Feds guarded us as probes nabbed 47 mobsters, but threats lingered, proving some secrets breed endless danger. Trust guts, document madness, call help, target the wrong clan, and justice bites back, no matter the shadows you flee.